In this session, let's start looking at one of the innovations of the modern day world, which are nothing but the credit default swaps. Though they are called as swaps, what I could really see is they have a lot of option like characteristics, or probably they have a lot of insurance like characteristics. So they are really one of the wonderful financial innovations in the modern day world. So we would like to see how these credit default swap work, and what would be the typical pricing and valuation mechanism involved with the credit default swaps, so that we can very well understand how they have become one of the key tools in the current financial markets. So, as an introduction to the same, the way I would look at a credit default swap as a primary insurance contract. Why to look at it as an insurance contract? What do we do generally in an insurance? Every period we keep paying premiums for some uncertain event, right? For some uncertain event, thinking that that particular uncertain event, whenever it occurs, it will create in a financial loss. We are trying to transfer that loss to a risk taking entity called as insurance company, with an agreement that in case the loss occurs, the insurance company will be replenishing the loss for this particular party, whichever will experience the loss. So there may be a payment from the insurance company to the party, or they may not be. Means the payment from one party is contingent to a loss. Only if the loss occurs, then only the payment will be made. Whereas from the other party, regularly in the form of premiums, there is a regular payment. This is how a typical insurance contract works, right? And what I see is a lot of similarities in the credit default swap contract also. So just to illustrate the credit default swap at a very premier level, at a very preliminary level, the way I look at it is, assume that there is a loan. X has taken a loan from Y. Now, because X has taken a loan from Y, X has to repay the loan. So, Y is exposed to a credit risk. What is the credit risk here? X may not be able to repay the principal and or interest on that particular loan. So, the way what Y could do is, Y could take a protection against X by entering into a credit default swap with some other party Z. So Y will take a protection on the payments of X with another party Z, and the protection is like this: in case X is not able to pay the loan, Z will replenish Y with the loan, with the amount. Z will replenish Y with the amount. But of course, for providing such a kind of a service, Y has to regularly keep paying a premium to Z, and in case this default occurs, Z will be responsible for replenishing the loss which Y is occurring, which Y is incurring because of the default of X. That's the typical structure of a credit default swap. So the underlying is a default on a loan or a bond. Even in the bond the payments are like that only. Let's say X has purchased a bond from Y. So Y is the issuer of the bond and X is the investor in the bond. So X is exposed to risk that what if Y does not pay the coupons, or what if Y does not pay the principal as per the schedule. So to protect itself from that kind of a default, X may enter into a product called credit default swap with Z. Z may be the seller of the credit default swap, whereas X may be the buyer of the credit default swap. So as a buyer, the X is buying a protection against the default of Y, whereas Z is selling protection against the default of Y. Means if Y defaults, Z says I am there. Whereas for X is trying to make sure that he is not losing because Y is defaulting. This is what is the transaction that typically happens in a credit default swap. So the buyer pays a premium to the protection seller, generally against the default of a third party, and this third party is what we actually call as a reference entity. The third party Y in this example I call as a reference entity, and generally it would be a senior unsecured kind of a loan or if I am talking about the company which is issuing it, we call it reference entity. That particular loan is called as reference obligation, just using some of the terms which go as a part of the credit default swap. Reference obligation, and generally the obligation is a senior unsecured loan.